As a doctor, I've seen countless patients who come in with an array of ailments, some minor, some serious, and the first thing they often ask is, "Doc, what supplements should I be taking?" They ask about collagen powder for their skin, protein powders to stay strong, and multivitamins to cover all their nutritional bases. It's a normal question, and for many years, I used to recommend the same thing: take these, and you'll be fine. But lately, I've been rethinking that advice. Something's been bothering me, gnawing at me whenever I hear about the latest miracle pill or powder that promises to fix everything. It's the growing sense that we're not addressing the root causes of why people are seeking these quick fixes in the first place. People don't seem to be getting healthier despite the supplements they take. In fact, I've noticed an uptick in concerns about gut health, weight management, and general fatigue, and I can't help but wonder if all these pills and powders are contributing to the problem rather than solving it. That's when I started digging deeper. What if there was a more natural, sustainable way to nourish our bodies? A way that didn't rely on a pill or powder, but instead embraced the power of nature's most powerful remedies? I've been exploring and experimenting with a few remedies that, to me, make a lot more sense than the supplements filling up grocery store aisles. Now, I'm not here to tell you to throw out your protein powder or collagen supplements, although that's exactly what I did. But I want to open your mind to the possibility that the answers might lie in something far simpler, less expensive, and more in tune with your body's natural needs. The truth is, the answer might be found in 3 humble yet incredibly effective natural remedies that most of us overlook. Let's talk about how you can start replacing those expensive powders and pills with foods that actually work better. One of the first changes I made was to cut out the unnecessary powders and focus more on something far more accessible: bone broth. Bone broth isn't just a comforting, warm drink that brings memories of Grandma's kitchen. It's a potent elixir packed with collagen, amino acids, and minerals that can support joint, skin, and gut health. For years, collagen was the trendy supplement everyone swore by, but I quickly realized that the natural form found in bone broth is more bioavailable and effective than any powder you could buy in a store. What makes bone broth so powerful? The collagen in it contains gelatin, which helps restore and maintain healthy joints, and it's rich in glycine and proline, 2 amino acids that support tissue repair and reduce inflammation. In fact, I started recommending bone broth to my patients who complained about joint pain or digestive issues, and the results have been remarkable. For anyone concerned about skin elasticity, bone broth can also support collagen production in a way that powders can't. Plus, it's natural, your body recognizes it, absorbs it, and uses it more effectively. The beauty of bone broth lies in its simplicity. Making it at home is easy and far less expensive than buying pre-made powders. All you need are bones, water, and a few spices. The broth slowly simmers, releasing all those wonderful nutrients that your body craves. I began drinking it myself, and it didn't take long before I noticed the improvement in my own joints and energy levels. The second remedy I found far more effective than collagen powders is fresh turmeric root. Turmeric, with its active compound curcumin, is a powerful anti-inflammatory. In my practice, I've seen patients suffer from chronic pain, whether from arthritis or overuse injuries, and traditional treatments often only provided temporary relief. But adding turmeric to the diet, specifically fresh turmeric root, has helped some of these patients experience long-term improvements. It's a natural anti-inflammatory that supports healing without the side effects that come with prescription drugs. Fresh turmeric root, when added to smoothies, teas, or cooking, offers far more health benefits than any supplement I could offer. The curcumin in turmeric helps block inflammatory pathways in the body, and it's been proven to reduce the markers of inflammation that contribute to conditions like arthritis, heart disease, and even cancer. And don't get me started on the gut benefits. Turmeric can help with digestion, reduce bloating, and balance your microbiome. This was a game changer for me personally. I started incorporating fresh turmeric root into my daily routine, whether it was in my morning smoothie or brewed into a warm tea. It took just a few days to start feeling the positive effects on my joints and digestion. I even started giving it to my patients, and many of them have reported a noticeable decrease in joint pain and bloating. The best part is that turmeric is a natural food, not a synthetic pill, and it works in harmony with your body to bring about healing. Lastly, let's talk about my third natural remedy, fermented foods. I had always known that gut health was critical to overall wellness, but I began to truly understand its importance when I started seeing more patients with chronic inflammation, autoimmune disorders, and unexplained fatigue. As I delved deeper into the literature, I realized that many of these conditions could be linked to an imbalance in gut bacteria. That's when I started recommending fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, and kombucha. These foods are packed with probiotics that support a healthy gut microbiome, which is essential for a strong immune system, mental clarity, and, of course, better digestion. Fermented foods are a natural source of probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria that help break down food, synthesize essential vitamins, and protect against harmful pathogens. The more I integrated fermented foods into my life, the better I felt. My digestion improved, my energy levels increased, and I even noticed improvements in my skin and mental clarity. For my patients with autoimmune issues or digestive concerns, fermented foods have been a revelation. Incorporating these foods into my diet wasn't hard either. I added a few spoonfuls of kimchi to my lunch, drank a glass of kefir each morning, and swapped out sugary drinks for kombucha. It wasn't long before I began noticing the changes in my body, and my patients did too. They felt better, their inflammation decreased, and some even reported weight loss and improved mood. So, here's the challenge: before you reach for your next collagen powder, protein shake, or multivitamin bottle, consider these 3 remedies: bone broth, turmeric root, and fermented foods. Not only are they effective, but they're also sustainable, affordable, and easily accessible. You don't need to rely on synthetic powders that promise quick fixes. Instead, embrace the natural remedies that your body can truly benefit from. Start making small changes in your diet today, and see for yourself how the power of real food can transform your health. It's easy to get caught up in the allure of trendy supplements, especially when marketing campaigns flood us with promises of miracle cures. But as a doctor, I'm starting to wonder if the answer to better health might just be found in the food we eat. People often tell me they're doing everything right, they're taking their collagen, they're drinking protein shakes, and they even pop multivitamins like clockwork. But what if these supplements aren't really the solution? What if the problem isn't a lack of pills, but a lack of proper nutrition that's right in front of us? In my years of practicing medicine, I've realized that when it comes to health, we often look for the most convenient or glamorous solutions. However, nature has provided us with simple, nutrient-rich foods that do much more than any powdered supplement can. Bone broth, fresh turmeric, and fermented foods are prime examples of how food can be medicine, and they go beyond what any supplement could ever offer. Let's talk a little more about bone broth. Beyond being a collagen source, bone broth is rich in glycosaminoglycans, GAGs, which help maintain the structure of joints and connective tissue. This makes it particularly beneficial for patients suffering from osteoarthritis or anyone looking to prevent joint wear and tear as they age. Moreover, bone broth is incredibly rich in minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, which are important for bone health. This is the type of nourishment that supports not just the joints but the entire skeletal system. But what's more fascinating to me as a doctor is the healing effect that bone broth has on the gut. Many people don't realize how essential gut health is to overall well-being. When your gut is out of balance, it can lead to systemic inflammation, a weakened immune system, and a host of chronic diseases. The gelatin in bone broth helps heal the lining of the digestive tract, which can be crucial for patients with conditions like leaky gut syndrome or irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. I've seen firsthand how adding bone broth to the diet has improved digestive health in many of my patients, especially those with autoimmune diseases. It's one thing to talk about collagen, but another to experience it in its natural, whole food form. Bone broth offers far more than just skin elasticity. It provides nourishment for the whole body, supporting everything from gut health to immune function. I encourage my patients to sip on a warm cup of bone broth every day, and the improvement in their joint mobility and overall vitality is often immediate. Next, let's dive into turmeric. You may have heard about the anti-inflammatory benefits of curcumin, the active compound in turmeric. But the truth is, fresh turmeric root contains much more than just curcumin. It has a host of other compounds that work together to support the body in ways that supplements simply can't replicate. I started recommending fresh turmeric root to my patients because it offers a whole food source of inflammation control without the need for pills. The reality is, modern medicine has made great strides in treating chronic diseases, but inflammation is still a major issue for many people. Chronic inflammation has been linked to a range of conditions, from heart disease to Alzheimer's. While drugs can help manage inflammation, they often come with side effects. Fresh turmeric, on the other hand, offers a more natural approach to inflammation management. By including it in your daily meals or drinking turmeric tea, you're giving your body a natural tool to fight chronic inflammation without the negative side effects. But it's not just about reducing inflammation. Turmeric also offers significant antioxidant properties, which help combat oxidative stress, a key factor in aging and many chronic diseases. For patients worried about the effects of aging or those dealing with cognitive decline, fresh turmeric can provide a natural, potent solution to support brain health. Its benefits extend far beyond what a pill or powder can provide. Lastly, let's talk about fermented foods. The benefits of probiotics are well documented, yet so many people still turn to probiotic pills when they could be getting these beneficial bacteria from food. Fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, and kombucha are not only rich in probiotics but also contain enzymes that support digestion. For anyone struggling with bloating, indigestion, or poor gut health, fermented foods offer a more complete, effective solution than any supplement on the market. Fermented foods are a natural way to promote gut health. The bacteria they contain can help balance the microbiome, strengthen the immune system, and even boost mental health. There's growing evidence linking gut health to mood regulation, and for anyone struggling with anxiety, depression, or brain fog, probiotics from fermented foods can help improve cognitive function. Incorporating these foods into your diet isn't difficult, and it's something I now encourage for all my patients. Whether it's enjoying a bowl of kimchi with your lunch or sipping on kombucha in the afternoon, these fermented foods can drastically improve your gut health, energy levels, and even your mood. The more I embraced fermented foods in my own life, the more I realized how essential they are to overall well-being. As a doctor, I've learned that the most effective solutions are often the simplest. By shifting away from the endless cycle of supplements and powders, I've found that nature provides all the tools we need for optimal health. Bone broth, turmeric, and fermented foods are powerful allies in promoting well-being, far beyond what synthetic pills can offer. These natural remedies don't just support specific areas like joints or digestion, they nourish the entire body, working holistically to improve your health. The truth is, you don't need to rely on expensive, artificial solutions. By embracing real, whole foods and focusing on balance, you can achieve better health, vitality, and longevity. The change I've seen in my own life, and in my patients' lives, has been incredible. So, the next time you reach for a supplement, ask yourself, is there a more natural way? Sometimes, the most profound changes come from the simplest choices.